I have two guests, which I'm super excited for. Welcome the Mian twins!
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. You sitting where? I'm gonna go here.
You guys
I
can
wanted to
pick.
go there.
I won. That was easy.
That usually takes 10 rounds.
I put paper.
Wait, I won.
What the heck?
Okay. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I lose all the time. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're great. I'm great.
I have tons of questions for you guys. I'm literally obsessed. I watch a lot of your guys' content,
Really?
like all the time. Triller Compound Show, I watch every episode.
Do you really?
Like, I will sit and just watch. I think it's so interesting and so funny.
It's
like,
so dramatic too.
And I watch it as like a fan, so I
Yeah.
like don't look at it like, oh my god, I know these people. For some reason, my whole For You page is the Triller Compound.
Really?
Yes.
That's so
What
funny.
is that?
I love how you guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be happening.
You know
a
what's
lot.
so funny?
Us talking at the
Actually,
same time.
when we saw you guys in Atlanta, your mom came up to us and she goes, "Me and Dixie watch you guys' show all the time." And I was like, "Wait, really?" She goes, "Yeah." And then she was talking to Markel, and I was like, "Wait, that's awesome." That made me so happy. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
"Great."
love that.
No, I loved it like a lot. But how was filming that?
Oh,
Dude.
okay. So you know what I have to say? Like, we're very social. We love talking to people, and like being in front of cameras is very natural for us. So because we've been doing it for so long, so like that wasn't really like our worry, or if anything. But I think my biggest concern was just knowing that the mic was on me all day long, and anything I said or anything I felt was like put on the spot. Like someone in the room knew how I was feeling, which is a lot of pressure because sometimes you want to keep certain things to yourself, where you don't want to talk about certain things, and then you're kind of just put on blast, and they're like, "No, talk about it," and you're like, I don't really want to. But in general, the entire experience was incredible. It was all so real. And we just as a house got to spend so much time together.
Oh,
which-
we all got so close
so
because like
close.
at the compound, like the house it's so big that literally I sometimes don't even know who's there.
Who's there.
Like I'll wake up like I don't know who's home, I don't know anything. But for the show, we had to move to a different house for 3 months, so we all were like in a lot more of a closed space. So,
So that's not the house you live in.
no. So it was weird because it was just like a whole issue with like, I don't know, like the property. I don't even know what it was really, but we had to move for 3 months to this other house. And it was so different for all of us because it was like so much more closed in. Everyone had to be there every day we were
No
filming.
personal space.
No personal
But it was
space.
fun.
Like they will put you guys in situations sometimes of like making you talk to this person because they know you don't want to talk to that person.
Right.
So
The
it was like a
drama.
lot of confrontation and like, it was great, but definitely like overwhelming. The first 2 weeks, like I had so many breakdowns. Like when we had days off, I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm gonna go crazy. But then like a month
get used
in,
to
you
it.
get used to it and you kind of get comfortable. And then you just say just how you feel and like you don't really get bothered by the cameras at all. Which I feel like I learned a lot of like more about myself filming the show than I ever have in my life.
That's true.
Which is so weird.
Are you guys going to be doing another season?
We were just talking
just
about it,
talking about
actually. We don't know. I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, like, I'm down for it. Like, it seems like a lot of people like it, but I did notice that a lot of people in the house were very, because it's time consuming. And, everyone else has, their music career, their acting career that they're trying to pursue. And I think it was a bit of a distraction. And it's just like, it takes a lot of time. So I just think if we're all down and on the same page for it, like, I'm super down to do
I
another
would love to
season.
do a season.
And, like, I just got to mentally prepare myself and know that's what I want. But I'm down. Like, that'd be fun.
So you guys have both been on social media for a while, right?
Yes.
How did that start?
So it's actually crazy because people don't know this. We started on YouTube like 7 or maybe
Almost
coming
8 years
close to
ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a pair of twins on YouTube that we were a huge fan of. Their names were Brooklyn and Bailey, and we watched them religiously growing up. And they
the
inspired
Dolan
us, and the Dolan twins, yeah. And they inspired us to like start our own channel. And for our 13th birthday, our parents gave us a YouTube channel because at first it was not that it was looked down upon, but our parents are kind of old-fashioned. It's more
Very
like get your
strict.
education, stay off the line,
Yeah.
do what you got to do. But they saw how passionate we were, and then at a young age, we would film like really cringy like music videos.
Oh my
really
gosh,
bad.
it was
It's
so
all on
bad.
our mom's Facebook page, and we would post and film those.
People are
and
gonna
we
dig it up now.
I know, probably.
Search our mom on Facebook, find the old videos.
But yeah, we just always had interest like being in front of the camera, and we just had that personality for it. So it didn't really work out for us. Like,
But
all
we were
those
doing
7
it for so
years.
long. Like we weren't making money or anything. We did it out of pure like enjoyment of it.
Yeah.
We would literally sit like we were going to college too at the time. Like after we finished high school, we vlogged like pretty much our whole high school experience.
And college experience.
And college, but literally, I'll never forget. Like we were going to college in the city, like in Manhattan, because we're from New York. It would take us 2
Oh, wait,
hours.
you guys are from New York?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
We
that.
just
Really?
moved out here like 8
Not even
months
Oh, I'm
ago.
from
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
East Coast.
How did we not?
I was gonna say, I'm surprised we haven't known something.
No, but yeah, we went to school in the city, so it was a 2-hour commute every single day that we were going to school.
To go and then to come back, so it's 4 hours of commuting.
yeah,
And then we had a retail job.
and we had a retail job, and we were trying to do YouTube. We were editing our own videos. It took like 8 hours of video to edit, and we saw no progress. Like literally, like it got to a point where it was like, this just isn't it. Like we just can't do it anymore. Like maybe it's not for us. And then that's when COVID hit. We started TikTok, and we didn't really have a following until August of 2020. Because one of our videos blew up. It got like 85 million views, and then we went from like 300K followers to like 1 million overnight, and then literally
since
August
then,
is when it
just-
just kind of like
Yeah.
hit.
Wow.
It happened like overnight. Literally, life changed overnight.
Seriously.
So
insane.
weird.
Did you guys ever have like competition between each other?
You know what it was? Being
Ooh,
twins
I'm very
normally.
competitive.
Yeah, but being
And so
twins
is she.
normally you get compared to for everything, so it's gonna be constant competition no matter what you do. So we always tried to kind of like tell each other like, no, we're both great. Like we both are just, you know, equally good, but obviously that competitive side does come out. And I will say Ozra is usually better at a lot of things than me.
No, definitely not. We balance each other out. There's
guess
things
we
that I'm
do.
good at that I'm like that she can't do, or things that she's
We're a good
so good at
team.
that I'm like, I
Like I'm
can't
sure
do
you
that.
and Charlie are the same way. Like you guys just work
Yeah.
well together. It's just like a sibling thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie and I were always like, let's not do the same of anything because we don't want that competition. But like,
Okay. I
so
never
like
thought of it
she
like that.
danced, I played field hockey, or even if we did it, like we would both do each other's things, but we were like, oh, I'm not good at that. Like that's your thing. We
Right.
would never try to. That's why when we both started TikTok, she would do the dancing. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's your thing.
That's
I'm
your
not
thing.
gonna. I'll be the one who doesn't dance or
Exactly.
something. Just because. Then you get the comparing comments. Like you still get the like, oh, she's prettier, you're pretty. It's like that dumb stuff, but it's
Yeah.
like if you have that connection. I mean, my sister and I are best friends. I'm guessing you guys are best friends.
Best friends, for sure.
Like you just are like, that's so stupid, and
Yeah.
it changes every day. When you guys started coming out here, was it like, was there anyone that you met that you were like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm here?
You know, literally the entire house that I live with. So I feel like we both were just like on the fan end of social media for the longest. That
Yeah.
if you name any TikToker or any YouTuber, even from like 10 years ago, I could guarantee you we probably watched them. So everyone in the house that like I live with now, I was a fan of. Like the trio, I was a fan of. Markel, whatever. Like you and your sister, like huge fan. And then when I'm at the place that I am now, I'm like, I gotta kind of tone that down because I'm kind of in the same setting now. So it's like just a different perspective. And now just being friends with everyone, I'm like, I can't have that same fan energy that I used to, but I get starstruck very easily. I don't think you do as much as I do. But
I used to in the beginning.
Have you ever sneaked a picture of someone that you live with now,
Oh,
or anyone, like when you were visiting? I have. So I'm
who?
the first time I came, Lil Huddy.
Really?
I was just like,
the tea.
because I was a person, like I was just a fan. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Lil Huddy, like a little e-boy, blah, whatever. So it was like, so I like took a picture. I'm pretty sure I've showed him, but like I have a picture of like I was like that on the couch.
That is
Wait,
great.
okay, no, I actually don't have something like that because it's weird how it happened. Like the first time we came to visit, like that was like the same day like that Taylor messaged us to move into the house. So like everything just happened like 1, 2, 3. Like we didn't even have time to really see anyone out here before we just got like pushed into the house. But the night that we did meet Taylor, Nate, Markel, and everyone, and he asked us to join the compound, we literally went back to like our hotel, whatever.
Oh my god, I remember this.
And my older sister snuck a video of our reaction.
And we were
we're
just
standing there
sitting
like
there,
just we're like this blank face. Like what's her like?
So like, what do we do now?
Oh my gosh, like, is this it? Like
remember
literally, it's the
that.
funniest video ever. And I literally told Taylor about it. He goes, show me. I was like, I'm never showing you.
That video's never
so
surfacing.
It was just so funny, but we never had time to really have that like moment of like seeing someone because literally as soon as we got out here, it was like we moved in and like.
Yeah. Is what you guys want to do like start your own clothing brand or do stuff like that?
Yes. So that's so funny you said that. Like that's like our biggest thing, which people don't really know because, you know, we just make TikTok videos or whatever. You just see us like on the internet. But because we studied fashion in college and it was just always a big passion of ours, we actually want to move to South Korea for maybe like 6 months to a year, some point in our life to study South Korean streetwear fashion because that's like just so sick to me. Like their fashion's insane. But we
We've
would
been
start our
learning the
own-
language.
Yeah,
We're
we've
learning
been
Korean for like about a year and a half now, just on our own, just so we can go there one day and move.
and just learn about fashion over there. But we do want to start our own clothing company. I'm not gonna give away too much detail, but I will say like, so we do dress pretty modestly. Like we don't really show a lot of skin, you know, for religious purposes. So we would make a clothing brand that's like unisex clothes for guys and girls, and it's like guys and girls can both wear it, and it's pretty modest, like that baggy look. We just have like a whole idea for it, but we definitely want to execute it perfectly, so like we're waiting on that. I'm not gonna give away too much detail, but I will say like, so we do dress pretty modestly, like we don't really show a lot of skin, you know, for religious purposes. So we would make a clothing brand that's like unisex clothes for guys and girls, and it's like guys and girls can both wear it, and it's pretty modest, like that baggy look. We just have like a whole idea for it, but we definitely want to execute it perfectly, so like we're waiting on that.
So who's older?
I'm older. 9 minutes older.
Sadly.
Oh.
I hold it against her even though it's only 9 minutes.
I mean, of course. Every twin I've met, they're like, no, I'm older. I'm more
Like, you're
mature.
just proud of it. That's what it is. I'm more
She's
mature.
just the boss. She's like the boss over me.
But you know what?
I'm like the ditzy one.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like you're my younger sister sometimes. And I'm like,
Okay,
we're
well,
twins.
I don't know about all that.
You know that though. Sometimes you act like the younger sister.
You know what it is? I just have the fun personality compared to the both of us. She's more like, not like that. Like she's more professional than I am, and I just take more of the fun side.
Yeah.
I would like to disagree with that. You can ask Markel. You can ask anyone in the house. I'm the fun twin.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to me lately. I've kind of.
Going into relationships in the house, is that weird, like, seeing your sister with someone and, like, that?
So here's the thing.
You want to go first?
You can go first, actually.
So Aisha and Nate, like, that's obviously what you're talking about. They're not together. They never were together.
We're just
but
friends.
they're just friends. On social media, it looks like they're together. You watch like these nice shit videos and stuff like that. I do think they have. You guys definitely, just the way they look at each other. I'm just like, come on. I tell Aisha this all the time. Like, I see the way she interacts with Nate and like the way he interacts with her. Like, it's obviously like they're very flirty with each other.
We just have that personality.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
on-
But yeah, let me hear what you have to say. I want to
Yeah,
hear
let
your
me hear your
side.
side.
Well,
What do you think?
I have had a similar situation, and
Shoot.
it was like weird because, like, it was kind of one-sided, and like
Really?
it didn't really make sense. And it was just like for the internet. I mean, we'd like hang out, but it was never. It's kind of weird because like you see it on the internet, and then you see the comments, and you're like, oh wait, is this real?
Yes.
Right.
That's what's confusing, because like. When even Noah, like if I see he posts a video with someone and they're like ship, I'm like, oh my god, are they in love with each other? It like gets in your head. So that's why I get, like if you're reading that all the time and seeing edits and like, oh my god, look at the way they looked at each other here.
You know what it is? It's like we know we're good friends, and like there's like we genuinely like there's nothing more to that right now. Like we're just friends. But when you constantly see like the ship edits or like
the
comments, you start to question like, do I have to feel a certain way right now about him, or like does he have to feel a certain way about me? But I'm just glad we're both very self-aware.
Yes.
Which is like so important. I think just very mature of both of us to just be like, no, like. We're friends. Plus, we live together. Like that gets messy. Like,
can
we're
you
just
guys
being
joke about it?
Yeah, we can for
They do joke
sure.
about it, for
and
sure.
and I will say, like, I'm gonna address this on here because I already know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about it. Like, the show is gonna come out with an episode soon, where it seems like he kind of broke my heart. And they kind of twisted it though, because I actually broke down because I was overwhelmed by a lot of people asking me about how my day went, because they made us to like go get coffee, and I was more just overwhelmed that like I had to talk about like how I felt, and like just tons of people asking me, you know, about how I was feeling. That's why I was really upset, but I wasn't upset about like the conversation we had. So also the show does kind of, that story isn't really clear in it, and it makes it seem like he broke my heart when that was not the case at all. So it's just like, we're friends. We hang out. It's just a good friendship. Look at this one making a face over here. I just see it in the corner of my eye.
I'm not saying anything.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna play a little game, me or her.
Okay.
We have some signs. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Okay, first question. Who is most likely to fall in love with his or her best friend? First one.
Starting off strong. Ready? Go.
I will. Oh, you know what? Let me clarify before all of y'all go crazy. I would say this is because like I love easily. I catch feelings very easily. This one doesn't. So I'd fall hard for someone that just looks at me a certain way, you know?
I said that too.
Like,
I'm like,
legit,
someone could literally say like my full name, and I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna get married?
Or like they could touch my shoulder and I'd be like, oh my god, like butterflies. It's easy for me to like someone.
Okay, who's most likely to marry someone they just met?
Okay, I thought you disagreed with me.
Yeah,
on that.
no,
Same thing.
definitely.
Who's most likely to move out of the compound?
Ooh, okay. Ooh,
Why?
Honestly, sometimes I contemplate this. I'm like, what if I just pack my bags and just move across the world? Like, I would just, like, you know, change your life completely, 360. I don't think I'd ever do it. If I had an alter ego, she would do it.
She would do it. I only said you because, like, I'm very comfortable. And change to me is not something I like.
Oh,
so
I love change.
I feel like she would like
I love
that.
doing new things. I love trying new stuff. I've never been like that though. Just recently, I've been more like open to
to
just trying
explore.
new things. Yeah,
That's good.
Interesting. Who is most likely to go days without showering?
I don't know why I say this because I'm very put together, but for some reason, if I get to choose, like if we're gonna, you know, say who's messier, I'm messier, so that's why I'll associate it with that. I'm clean. I
okay,
promise.
the thing about me is like, so even like my biggest thing, like everyone thinks this is so weird. Like if I'm talking to a guy, hygiene, like showering, smell, teeth, like
You see under their nails.
yes. Oh my gosh, clean nails, nice hands.
Okay, well now you make me sound dirty. I look at that too. I promise.
No, I'm just saying, like if I was to pick, you're just messier, so I was gonna pick you.
Who's most likely to be late?
Fashionably late.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I like take my
she
thing
takes
is
her time.
my me time is in the morning when I get ready, like doing makeup, doing my hair. I love all that stuff, so I will be late.
I'll
if it
usually be
means that
waiting
I
for her
look
for
good.
about half an hour, every time.
Calm down.
20 minutes,
Calm down.
at least 15.
Maybe. I don't know. That take a while.
Who's most likely to start an argument?
You know what? It's crazy when people meet us. I just gotta say this real quick. People think I'm the mean one, right? Because I have the resting face. I can make harsh jokes. But if you ask anyone from our family, it's this one.
Okay,
right here.
family, yes. Friends.
You love to pick at arguments.
No, I don't like to pick at arguments. I just, if I know, okay, so I'm the type of person where, like, if I believe something, like, I feel like I'm right, like, I'm just like that. Like, I cannot be like, but I will admit when I'm wrong. But if I feel like I'm right, I will pick an argument, especially with you.
I just kill people with kindness because it annoys them more.
Oh my god, it drives me nuts.
I'll just be like, is there anything you want me to do to help you?
No, when I
And
get in
she'll
an
be
argument with
"Yell
her
at
and
me."
she's, like, smiling, I'm like,
it gets her more mad. No, I gotta do
so
my job.
angry.